Late Night Talk today. Okay, so we have the issue sorted out. Well, today on Late Night Talk, it's a case of domestic or child abuse, rather, that came to our attention because someone reached out to me on Facebook and shared a post with me regarding a young girl who was beaten up by someone. We will get to know about that story, and you get to know the details of that. But I'm always very interested in child abuse, because I know and I've seen dastardly things being done to children before, and I've had cause to talk about it several times on radio in the past. So each time I see things like child abuse, because the child is basically helpless, where's the child going to go to? I'm always interested in that. So I'd like to welcome you who are watching us live online and also listening to me, and also to welcome my guest on the program tonight, a very brave young woman who went all out to post this story online, and to try and raise awareness. And this was when this is what someone sent to me. A young man by the name of Bright sent it to me and said, hey, Kofi Bartels, this little girl was brutalized by auntie today, 26th of June 2020 at number 53. I won't mention the name of the street. And he says that something needs to be done about it. It's almost a daily affair. So good evening to my guest. I'll call you Miss E. Good evening to you.
Good evening.
All right. Thanks for agreeing to join me. Can you tell us, first of all, where is this young girl who was beaten? Because I'm seeing a picture of the girl with blood on her face and all that, and it's heart-wrenching. Where is she right now?
Okay, currently she's at home.
Okay, at home.
Yeah.
Has she been taken to any hospital yet?
Yes, she has been to the hospital and also to the police station.
Sorry, can you come again, please?
She has been to the hospital and also to the police station.
Okay, and also to the police station. They took the girl there. Okay. Thank God that she's been taken to the hospital first. First of all, I'd like to thank you for agreeing to talk to us, and also for being, brave to put the story up online so that others can see it, and then the story can go viral. Give us your account of what happened.
Okay, at exactly 8 a.m. this morning. Can you hear me?
Are you there? Okay.
I'm still here.
Okay, please go.
At about 8 a.m. this morning, I was still on bed while my little sister, about 11 years old,
okay,
she came. She was like, please, wake up, this girl, they're beating her. I'm like, just leave me alone. Everything is going to be fine. It's just normal discipline. And I left her. She was doing my major jobs in the house. And she kept calling my name outside. So I had to run out to check what was happening. And the girl was being beaten, like the lady was marching her seriously inside. And people were shouting, trying to open the door. The lady actually refused. And the only lady that succeeded to enter here, she was almost flogging the lady with the cane she was holding. The lady had to go back. And with the intervention of the landlord, when the landlord came there, he took the girl out of the house, and that's when she was bleeding all over her face, and took the girl to his house. And that was when I was able to take a picture of the girl while she was bleeding there.
Okay. So who? For those, I just want to follow you well. You said your younger one came to you in the morning, complaining that somebody was being beaten.
Yes.
This is this young girl. And who was doing the beating?
Who was what?
Who was doing the beating? Who was beating her?
Her aunt.
Her auntie. Okay.
Yes.
And can you describe to us, was she smacking her with a cane? Was she using her hand or what?
She was using the cane. She was using her hand and her legs.
Oh, cane, hand, and leg.
Yes.
And you
when
said
the cane is not really enough. When the cane is not really enough, she keeps it and she uses her hands to hit the girl on the face and use her legs to mark the girl on her body. And the girl was on the floor shouting, please, I don't want to die. Please, I don't want to die.
The girl was shouting, please, I don't want to die. Oh my God.
Yes, that was the statement the girl was making.
Oh my God. How old is this little girl?
She's 10.
10 years old. My God. And you said you saw blood coming out from the girl's, was it her face when she was being beaten?
Yes, her mouth. Yes, her mouth got badly injured. You can also see in the photograph online. You also see that it's from her mouth. But her body, like her back, her hand, and her leg, it was just cane. Marks of cane, you can just see there.
Okay. So, what was Auntie's reason for beating her so, mercilessly?
What was what?
What was the auntie's reason for beating this little girl?
The little girl went outside to fetch water because even at that age, she carries water on her head, 20 liters in that matter.
20 liters?
The little girl went, yes. Little girl went outside to get water. And she was coming in. So there's a place she stepped on a particular corridor. And the lady was like, is that place a road for you to pass? The girl said no, that was not a road, and that was just it.
And that was it?
That was just it.
You stay in the same compound?
Yes.
Okay, so is this the first time that this auntie
it's not the first, it's not the second, it's not even the third time it's happening. Because when the human rights officials came to the compound to make an interview, so that the whole compound was against it. To let you know, it's not just a day something, it's been going on. Midnight, daytime, afternoon, like every time.
Wow. Okay. And has anyone tried to talk the auntie out of this in the compound? Maybe had a quarrel with her or tried to talk her into
Yes. Neighbors they've really had quarrels, encounters with her, and bad ones in that matter. Not even a decent one, because she doesn't want to hear what you're saying.
How old is this girl?
The little girl.
Yes, later. How old is she?
The little girl is 10.
She's 10. Oh my.
Yes.
Oh my. So what happened when you went out and then you saw the auntie beating this girl and blood coming from her mouth, and I'm looking at a picture of the little girl now. I can see the blood on her nose and all that, which is really sad. When you went out and the girl was beaten, I'm sure other people in the compound also came out as well to try and stop her. What happened?
I really don't know, because the girl was taken by the landlord to his own house.
Okay, the landlord took the girl, which the girl rescued.
Yes, the girl to his own house, to keep the girl for some time, because she was crying now. And the lady, after beating her, she just cleared the house immediately. She just cleared, she walked out.
Okay. Oh, wow. So the landlord took the girl from the auntie and took the girl to his house. Yes. And the woman just walked away, just walked out from the house, from the compound.
Just walked out that she's going to work. Because even when the human rights activist came to the compound, she was not even around. Like after beating the little girl, there was no paracetamol, at least, or Panadol to give to the girl to relieve her of the pain. She just cleared the girl like that alone. Because after a while, the landlord asked her to go back to the house, hoping that the lady would give her something to take, not knowing that the lady was living at home. The girl just went inside there, and the blood was stuck in her mouth.
So she just left the girl and went to work, and it was the landlord who had to now, on his own, take the girl in. So when at what time did the girl was she taken to the hospital? Since the aunt left and went to work.
She was taken to the hospital when the human rights activist came. They spoke to the girl. They did an interview with the girl. They had to call the girl's aunt, one that went to work. She refused to come. They had to go to her workplace to drag her down to the compound. They did an interview with her too. So after that time, they took the girl out. That was around 2 p.m. Took the girl out to the police station, to the hospital.
Okay. So was the auntie with them? Did the auntie go with them when they went to the hospital?
Yes.
And then the police station? Yes. Okay. So they're back home now?
They're back home. The girl is back home, but the aunt is not back home because tax officers also came to pick her up.
Who?
The police station.
Oh, who came to pick her up to the police station?
I don't really know, but it's just a police. Okay. I don't know. I don't really know their name, but I know it's
is it human rights guys?
Part of the force.
Okay.
Part of the human rights. Yes, I just believe it's part of them.
Okay. So she's obviously has been arrested. So, who is looking after the girl? Or are there other people in the auntie's house who are there to take care of her?
Yes, yes. Someone gets to take care of the girl for the meantime.
Who?
The lady's younger sister is
Okay. So since the auntie is not around, how are they going to feed? Or the younger sister is working?
I really don't know. I don't really
Okay.
know about them. I don't know how they
Okay.
feed and how they sustain themselves.
Okay.
But I don't buy the idea of that girl even staying back there again because it's going to be harmful to her.
Okay, so this woman, does she have any children?
No, she doesn't.
She doesn't have any children. Is she old enough to have kids?
Yes, she's old enough to even get married. She's old enough.
She's old enough to get married. Would you say she's maybe up to 30 years old?
She's more than.
More than 30.
Yes.
Okay. And this girl, do you have an idea where her parents are?
From the information we got, her mom is asleep.
Okay.
Mom is asleep, and her dad doesn't stay anywhere close.
Okay.
That was the information we could get.
Does she come from River State or some other state? You know where they come from?
She's not from River State. She's from Edo State.
Edo State. Okay.
Edo, yeah.
Okay.
Edo.
Okay. Well, I want to thank you very much. You've done so well. In your post on Facebook, you said happening now in Transamadi, Port Harcourt. This little girl, the little girl in this picture, age 9, she hails from a Boeing state. She lives with her aunt and her little siblings. This girl lost her, I think maybe a pet mother at a tender age and left at the mercies of her mom's younger sister who beats her every day. Every day, you say. I'm still reading your post. You say the lady came inside. Let me just get this out. You said the lady came inside and started beating her since 8 a.m. Neighbors pleaded, but all fell on deaf ears. I couldn't even take pictures of her back and other parts of the body that are badly hurt. So just because she's an orphan, she's been maltreated like a slave. Excuse me, not only her, but her little siblings too. So this girl has other siblings that stay with this aunt.
Yes, two.
Oh my God. There are 2.
Yes.
Oh.
There's 2 little siblings after her.
Oh.
Yeah, 3.
Oh my God. Oh my. You said, why is the world like this? This girl eats cane as breakfast, lunch, and dinner. This is so unfair. Before you go, you're a young woman and you are observant. I'm sure you're aware of your environment and what's happening in the world today. What do you think is responsible for the way this auntie is beating this girl like that, in your own personal opinion?
First of all, I think it's frustration. Because you can't be that old and you're not married. And now you're pouring your anger on that girl. It's not really fair. To me, I believe it's frustration because the lady wakes up around 4 a.m. in the compound and she starts praying, shouting, clapping her hands. If you believe so much in God, then why are you doing something like this? I believe she's frustrated. So she's pouring her annoyance and her anger on that little child. That's the only way she can see present for herself.
Oh, you say she wakes up in the morning around 4 a.m. and starts praying?
4 a.m. to pray.
And she's shouting the whole compound?
To sing and shout in the whole compound, yes.
Are you serious?
And those students wake up with that. If you don't pray, she'll flog you. 4
Yeah?
a.m. prayer.
Come again. If you don't?
If you don't pray, she'll beat you, she'll flog you. Better open your mouth and pray. You hear them singing and shouting. 4 a.m. people are sitting. This woman and this children, they are shouting and praying.
Abba Simbok. So if they don't pray and shout, she'll flog them on top?
Yes, so it's to pray well. That's a very good prayer.
My God. So you feel she's frustrated. Maybe she doesn't have a husband and,
Yes,
you know.
she is.
Yeah. It's a sad one. My dear, I want to thank you very much for your time. I will look for time to come and follow up on this story. Even call those human rights guys who came around and see. I don't know where the girl will go to because that's the only traceable family that we can find. But you feel the girl should be let go. I mean, like, she shouldn't stay with the aunt again.
Yes, she should not stay. If the government can come and take her, it will even be fine. She should not stay there.
But
Not good.
where
Someone will kill her one day.
okay, where do you think she can go to if she won't stay there again?
If the government can take responsibility of her, then it's fine.
Okay. You're a brave young woman. I want to thank you for what you've done and for standing up and for putting this up and tagging all your friends so that they can share it as well. Even to I want to thank the young man who reached me, and your post went viral, and you've done a great job. You should be proud. And also speaking up for this young girl, thank you very much.
Thank you very much.
Okay, all right. I'll call you back at some other time. Have a nice night. Okay, all right. Okay, so there you have it. It's unfortunate the world we live in. I've asked a question on this post. If you're watching on Facebook, watching on YouTube, watching on Twitter, you'd see the question I asked. If you're on Instagram, you might not see it. So I'm just going to put up the thing as a comment there on Instagram, so you can also tell me what you think about this whole thing. It's really unfortunate, really, and I'm really sad about it. The girl said that this woman eats, or this baby, this young girl, this child, takes the cane for breakfast, lunch, and dinner. Breakfast, lunch, and dinner. And she's a prayer warrior in that compound. Prayer warrior. I don't know why it was some people who do bad things like this are always prayer warriors. I'm not saying prayer warriors are bad people. Even me, I'm a prayer warrior. I be prayer warrior. I be prayer machine. but I'm not saying people who pray are bad people. I'm just saying, why is it that some people who get into some acts like this turn out to be prayer warriors? Why? All right, feel free to call me because the lines are open right now. 080-620-99556. I'm also putting up the number on Instagram as well, so that you can see. 080-620-99556 is the number to call. Please feel free to call me and tell me what you think about it. You can also post your comments in this post. If you're watching on YouTube, you can comment. If you're watching on Facebook, you can comment. If you're watching on Twitter, you can also comment as well. On Instagram, you can comment as well. I'm already putting up the number there. So this number is up on Instagram, and you can comment. Okay, 080-620-99556 is the number to call. 080-620-99556 is the number to call if you want to have your say on this issue. Before I call it a day, 080-620-99556. Really sad. Look at this girl, beautiful child. How can a human being beat a child like this and have, to the extent that you have blood coming out from her mouth and her nose? You shouldn't even be beating children, but to beat the child and then now you have blood coming from the mouth and nose. Why? I don't understand, really. I don't understand. The young woman who put this up on Facebook says she feels it's frustration. I don't understand. And I'm asking the important question, which is, what can be done to end such acts in our society? What's even responsible? Because before you start answering the question, what can be done? What is responsible? Why do we keep having such acts in our society? Please share this post if you're watching right now, so that others can join in and they can be a part of our conversation. But if you want to call me, number to call is 080-620-99556. I'm just gonna take that picture off now because it's not too pleasant to see. For those of you who are finding it a bit unpleasant to look at, I'm sorry. I won't put it for as long as I did. I don't think it's pleasant to look at. So feel free to call 080-620-99556. 556 080-620-99556. What's responsible for, because I mean we've been having the rape conversation, and everybody, I think 99% of Nigerians, have come out to condemn rape, and have come out to say, things against rape, and even post against rape on their, timeline. So whilst having a conversation about rape, we also need to have conversations about other things that are important as well, like this. These are all the things that we need to change in our society. Rape, we need to kick it out. We need to raise children that will not lift a finger on a woman, will not force themselves on a woman. We need to raise children with a new mentality. That even if I get married to a woman and she's my wife, I won't harm her. If I love her, I won't beat her up. I won't make her angry. I won't force myself on her and take it like that. I would also look at her feelings. And if I have an issue, we'll sort it out amicably. We need to raise men who believe that there is everything wrong, nothing right, nothing prestigious, nothing manly about beating a woman. And also we need to start raising a generation of people that understand that children are not, meant to be our servants. We are meant to serve children. We're meant to serve them. But the ideology and the thinking in our society is that children are meant to serve us. When you go to other parts of the world, especially the West, I'm sorry I'm bringing this up. I'm not saying they're better than us, but we have a lot of things that are bad in our society. They have their problems, but we also have our problems. So they can learn the ones that we have going right, and we can learn the ones that they have going right. Now, when it comes to treating children, we are behind. When it comes to treating children, we are behind. We maltreat our children. And one of the easy ways to look at this, discover this, to observe this, is to go on the street. Just go on the street and look at the number of children that are engaged in market activity. Go on the street, look at the number of children that are selling. Go on the street, look at the number of children that are hawking. So we treat our children as servants, while in the West, they serve the children. They nourish the children. They take care of the children. And we are the ones that say we are more Christian or Muslim than them. But the Bible even says that the children are a gift from God. Bible says that Jesus said, allow the children to come to me. But we treat children like slaves. You're a child. Shut up. Shut up there. What do you know? Kids don't know much, but they know some things. If you go on social media and see the things that kids are saying and the inventions that the youngsters are coming up with, kids have a lot to offer. I'm not saying they are mature, grown enough to make their own decisions. No. What I'm saying is that we need to nurture them. God has given children to us as a gift. So what's responsible for the fact that we keep seeing things like this in our society? I think it's because of our value, where we see children as being servants. They're there to serve us. They're there to serve us. I think that is the problem. I think that is the problem. If you're watching right now, please, you can comment on this post. You can also, are you done? You can comment on this post, and you can also call if you want to call 080-620-99556, and you can also share this post as well. If you're watching on Twitter, you can retweet. If you're watching on Facebook, share the post. If you're watching on YouTube, share the post. Instagram, like it. You can even share it to your story. And I'd like you to call if you can, and tell me what you think about this. Okay. Purity Greatness Splendid is on Facebook. I want to say a very good evening to you, Purity. I hope I've taken that thing off. Okay, I have. Yes, I have. Okay. I don't want to show it too much. It's really sad. Purity Greatness Splendid says death penalty Okay. You told about rape. I think you mean to say just like rape. Okay. Bright A. Chazulum. Bright A. Chazulum says, I sent you the DM on child abuse report. Please help rescue again. Oh, Bright. Thank you very much. Thank you very much. Thank you very much for sending me that private message. You did very well. I know some friends of mine in the human rights community have also seen it, and they have been able to mobilize themselves. I'm sure they're the ones that came to your compound. So thank you for reaching me. Please call 080 620 99556 to share your view or to have your say. 080 620 99556 to have your say. Emmanuel O'Bright, if you have some things to say, you can call if you want to talk to me. Emmanuel Idopi say, Peter, good evening. He said, I don't know what to say. And Emmanuel is a top fan of my page. Emmanuel, thank you very much. He says, I don't know what to say in a situation like this, but I think it's about time we should give birth to the number of children we should be able to cater for, so that the idea of sending a child to stay with an auntie and an uncle will abuse them at the end of the day will not be there. Okay. Interesting point of view there. 080-620-99556. Feel free to share your view with us before we say our goodbye. We have 1 hour. We have to stick to that 1 hour because even on Instagram that we're doing live, after an hour they get you off. So you won't do everything within an hour. So it's really sad indeed. For those of us joining us, if you're watching, please share this post, retweet, repost, sharing your story, whatever you do, just do it so that others can see as well and can be a part of this conversation. We're streaming live on Twitter at Kofi_Bartels. We're streaming live on Facebook at Kofi on Air. That's facebook.com/Kofi on Air, or just search for Kofi Bartels on Air. We're streaming live on YouTube, Kofi Bartels. That's youtube.com/Kofi Bartels. And we're streaming live on Instagram at Kofi Bartels. Okay, Instagram.com/Kofi Bartels/live. For those people on Instagram, thank you very much. Official Lua Brimo, I see you on Instagram. Thank you very much, and we'll get there. All right, we'll get there. We've been doing testing the microphone. That's what we've been doing. So I'm sure we'll get to see some more of each other as time goes on. 080-620-99556. 080-620-99556. If you're watching on Twitter, please retweet this post and also comment. Retweet, like, and comment. Very important, please. Retweet, like, and comment. If you like what you're seeing, please just drop a comment as well. Anything to support will be grateful. I'm like that pastor that meets you at the bus station that says support my ministry. Anything will not be too small. God bless you. God bless you. Oh, I want to pray for you. Oh, 1,000 naira. I'll pray for you. Lord bless you. I'm like that person now. But okay, but every great journey has a starting point, and tomorrow you'll be able to say, I saw when this guy started this thing like going somewhere. Okay. All right. Let's see. We have another message here, but before I go into that, for those who are just joining us, another case of child abuse in Port Harcourt. We've just spoken to an eyewitness who told us of the heart-wrenching case of child abuse in Port Harcourt. This little girl was beaten till blood came out of her mouth and nose by her auntie, whom she resides with in Transamadi, Port Harcourt. We're asking you, what is responsible for the repeated acts of child abuse in the country? Okay? And what can be done to bring an end to this unwelcome and unwanted aspect of our society? Please comment. Look at the girl. Look at her. So our eyewitness told us that she was called by a little sister this morning, and that they're beating this little girl. She's about 9 or 10 years old. And eyewitness told us she went to see what's happening in the compound, and lo and behold, the auntie was beating this girl. And I asked her what was she using to beat the girl. She said she was using her hands, her legs, and a cane. Her hands, her legs, and a cane. And that when the cane beating was not enough it was not really hurting the girl as much as she wanted to hurt the girl, she began to step on the girl. Like we see in our local parlance or in our lingo here, she began to match the girl. She was matching her, and the landlord had to wrest the girl out of the auntie's hands and took the girl to his house. She was bleeding from her mouth, and then the auntie left and went to work, and she didn't even say, "Oh, let me leave Panadol or paracetamol. Let's go clean your wounds," or "Sorry, I didn't mean to beat you up and clean your wounds," or anything. She just left and went to work. So they told that some people came from human rights organizations, came to the house. I'm thinking it's Rivsco, and they took this girl to the hospital and then to the police station. Let's see who we have on the line. Hello, good evening.
Hello, Kofi.
Hi, good evening. Thanks for joining us.
Yes, good evening.
Thanks for
My
joining
name
us.
is Moses Emmanuel, calling from LADG.
Your name is what, please?
Moses Emmanuel,
Okay, where are you calling from?
calling from LADG.
Oh, allegedly. Okay, all right, great.
Yes.
Moses, this is really heartbreaking. You know, look at the blood on the girl's face and all that. What do you think is responsible for the repeated acts of child abuse in Nigeria?
Well, the issue of child abuse, I don't see it as a big issue, but from the parents, because I believe we have a very big role to play on the issue of child abuse. The way we handle our children,
Okay.
what we say to them, and most especially the mothers.
The mothers.
Yes, most especially the mothers. These days, I began to. There was a time I used to laugh on the street when I see a girl child moving or walking dressed in a way she feel like. I laugh. But these days,
laugh.
yes. But these days, when I see such things, I feel like crying.
Why?
Why? I have two female children. I have two male children. Now, and I begin to realize that thing I was laughing at then now is with me.
Oh.
Yes,
Mm-hmm.
that thing I was laughing at then now is with me. So what did I need to do? Bring them close, talk to them, show them love. Don't allow anybody to entice them with little things. Because I think by God's grace, I have all it takes to provide whatever they need. I'm not talking about the male children.
Okay.
Because for the male, I believe we, as a parent, we know how to handle them.
Okay.
Now, let me tell you a little about myself.
Go on.
Just recently, my wife took me or reported me to not social welfare, to human rights and FIDA.
FIDA. Okay. Your wife reported you to FIDA.
My wife, yes.
For what?
Because yes, something I noticed. So many things are happening in the family. I was born and bred in Jos, Plateau State.
You were born and bred in Jos, Plateau State.
Yes.
Okay.
I'm a Yoruba by tribe.
Okay.
I married a Plateau woman.
A Plateau woman. Okay.
Now my parents are there in Jos. Her parents are there. I noticed some changes when I brought her here in Port Harcourt.
Your wife?
I now say yes. I brought her and the children here.
Okay.
And now I noticed so many things which I feel my children cannot grow up in this condition, in this environment.
Okay.
I now say, come, go back there to George. Whatever you need, whatever business you want to do, tell me. I will finance you. And she decided. She said nothing like that. she moved out of my house to a place I don't know with the children.
With
The next thing,
triplets.
yes,
Okay.
with the children.
Oh, children. Okay.
I decided to remain silent.
Mhm.
My family, in fact, I did not inform my own family. She told them, and well, the next thing is, I went to Bayelsa for work.
Okay.
I received a call from FIDA. I went there. When I came back, I went there. That she reported me for so many charges against me.
Like
And
what?
I told
Like
them
what?
that in fact, seriously, I can't remember, like 3 different charges.
Okay. Okay.
Yes, but I can't remember because these things happened around December last 2019.
Okay.
Now I went there and I told them my own part of story. They invited her and me. We went there and, madam, what do you want? That is where I felt FIDA are not really doing well.
Oh, really?
What do you want? She said I should be paying her children's school fees and feeding them while she's in Port Harcourt. When I say I don't want my children to remain here in Port Harcourt, but she said she wants to stay here. The next thing FIDA will tell me that she has a right to stay wherever she wishes, wherever pleases her. Now, the question I want to ask here is, if something goes wrong with these children tomorrow, who will they hold, or who is to be held responsible for whatever goes wrong with the children? You see, that is where I see the role of we parents in the issue of child abuse. God forbid, if somebody, most especially the female children, if somebody, because these days the problem we have in our society, most especially in Nigeria, rape. I have seen a 2 months old baby being raped, 4 years old baby being raped. What if such things happen to any of one of them? What will this woman tell me, or what did I tell my family or her family? I have decided, I have placed her in a place where I feel she will be safe and my children will be safe.
That's in Plateau State, yeah?
Yes, but she said no.
Okay.
Port Harcourt is where she wants to stay. Port Harcourt is where she wants to remain. Nothing bad about that. But my children, about my children.
Okay.
So you see, yes.
So you are saying that one of the reasons that so how do you connect this now to what we're talking about? Let's connect. Yeah.
You see, child abuse. Now, I don't know what she's doing because, as far as I'm concerned, she's not working. She don't sell anything. Right? I don't know if are you getting me?
I can hear you.
She's not working. She's not working.
Okay, so you think conflict between parents, maybe all these issues that causes them to separate.
Very well, exactly. That's where I'm parents cause like 95% of child abuse because now I don't know what or how she handles the children now as I speak to you.
Okay.
And she can decide to treat those the way she feels like, because I'm not there to caution her. I'm not there to say no, do this, no, don't do this.
So how did your case with your wife how did it end?
Well, as it stands, I reported to the social welfare. That is Obiakos. I went to Obiakos local government. That's the local government secretariat, the social welfare, because I believe they are the right people to handle this issue.
Okay.
I went there. They were supposed to invite her, but I would be going onshore on Monday, so I won't be around to the next 3 weeks. I'll be out for 3 weeks.
Okay.
So that stopped the issue.
But you work in Port Harcourt.
I'm in Port Harcourt.
Okay. Continue.
Yes. On the issue of in part of the FIDA. when she reported the issue to them, in fact, I respect them very well because we have been following them on your station.
Okay.
I respect them very well, but I was disappointed the way they handled the whole issue. I was disappointed. That is, I called one of them and I explained that because I wanted that once I explained my feelings, I'm done. I'm disappointed because what they told me.
Yeah, go on.
What they told me that this woman have right to remain wherever she wants to stay wherever she wants to stay. So I should sponsor the kids on that and give the woman the feeding money. And I said, this is where I want my family to be. Now the worst thing is that I will travel to Jos together. I left her in Jos. She paid transport back to Port Harcourt.
Do you go to church or mosque or something?
Yeah.
You go to church?
Very well.
Does she go to church?
Very well.
Okay. So what our advice is, do you go to the same church?
The same church.
Oh, you go to the same church?
Yes.
Okay. So my advice to you, sir, and I'm not saying this because I know better than you. I'm just saying it because I feel that maybe you could also do with second opinion or third opinion. I think you should maybe try to see how the church authorities can come in and then look for a middle ground for both of you.
Actually, Kofi, I'm not really happy the way the church handled the issue.
Oh, church has tried to handle it, and you're not happy.
They're already in the picture.
Oh wow! Tell me about
they're already in the picture of the whole thing. Now, when this whole issue started, my pastor called me. I went there, and he asked me some questions, and I explained to him. I said, "This woman, yes, between husband and wife." And we settle, yes. But this one is not the issue of quarrel or something. I decide, due to some things I'm saying, I want my family to relocate.
Okay.
And he said, okay. He gave me some excuses, which are the only thing where I'm not happy with. If your wife, I want you to get me this very point now.
I'm listening. Go on, sir. Go on, sir.
If your wife is upgrading, you should be happy she's upgrading. Now, this issue of upgrading is where it's one thing I don't understand. What did they mean or did he mean by upgrading? That is one.
Okay.
Next thing. Next thing. She called her own parents, her father, that please. She sent my pastor's number.
Are you there?
Her pastor's number to her dad.
She sent your pastor's number to your dad?
To her own dad.
Okay.
That he should call the pastor and tell the pastor that we are not longer married because the church wants to help her, but they want to know the stance of the parent. And and her dad told her that I will not be a stupid father to say to end the marriage between you and your husband when I know you guys are still together.
Okay. Okay. Are you there?
I'm with you.
Okay. So your wife wants you live and work in Port Harcourt, and your family, your wife and your kids, are in Jos.
Yes.
But your wife is insisting she wants to move to Port Harcourt with the children to stay with you.
She's already.
Oh my. We have 10 minutes to go. I want to allow him, vent himself. Let me call him back. Then now talk to him. It's important to allow people vent. I know this is not the topic we're discussing. I know I've been distracted. But if I can help this guy with just one word, I think my day would have been worth it. But we're looking at child abuse. Okay, let's see if he'll pick. And then, okay, I'm calling him back. Okay, are you there? Can you hear me?
Hello, Kofi. Sorry, my.
No, it's okay.
airtime.
It's okay. It's okay.
Yes.
So you're saying your wife is insisting that she wants to come back to Port Harcourt. She wants to come to Port Harcourt to stay with you, and she wants to bring the kids with her. And she's already moved down to Port Harcourt.
Yes.
And when she moved down, did she come to see you, or she just stayed on her own?
In fact, I didn't even know she's in Port Harcourt. Her friends called me. They called me that. Okay, my mom called me first. My mom called me first. That she tried to reach her, come and get something for the kids from her. The next thing she will hear that, sorry ma, I'm already in Port Harcourt.
Okay.
She now asked me, are you aware that she's in Port Harcourt? I said, I don't know that she's in Port Harcourt.
She came on her own, just like that.
Yes, on her own, just
Okay.
like that.
Okay. Now, so when last did you see your kids?
I think it's over 5 months now.
Oh, so all the while they've been in Port Harcourt, you've not seen them.
I have not seen them.
Okay. You made a point that I very much agree with, which is that sometimes because of these issues, kids now begin to suffer, and then they are susceptible to domestic abuse because they are not with their parents. You understand? I think you would want to see your kids. I'm sure you long to see them.
Very well.
And you and the woman have been going to feed her. So, sometimes, women can be difficult. In fact, a lot of times women can be very difficult, my brother. However, now that they're in Port Harcourt, I wonder if you can think about the children, and then how they're going to suffer because the mom is refusing, to go back.
Kofi, you know what? I have made several moves. There was a time I have some money that I want to give to her.
Oh, you want to give it to her?
I have some money I want to give to her.
Okay.
I called the feeder office. I called Mr. David. That's David Vereba or something.
Okay.
That please, I have some money. I want to give this woman some money, but please tell her to come with the children to your office. At least let me see them. He said, okay, we'll call her. The next thing he said, she said she cannot bring the children because of the COVID-19 issue and all that. I now asked him. I said, this woman have been attending church service every Sunday and Wednesday, and she normally go to church with the children. Now, why can't she, or why won't she come with the children to your office?
Okay.
Let me give them whatever I have to give them.
Before you go on, I think she probably was afraid you were going to take the children away from her.
Yeah.
Maybe that's why. Maybe she was afraid. So, but my brother, you've been through a lot, and I can sense that you really want the best for your wife and your children. In fact, you're still calling her wife, and I can sense that you love her. You just want her to be in a place where you think she'll be safe.
Yes.
But being as bitter as it may, now you have a peculiar situation on your hands, and as the man of the house, you need to provide leadership. Sometimes leadership means that we just bite the bullet. We be the one to take the hit. Sometimes women, you allow them to have their way, and then 2 years from they'll be the one to say, I'm sorry, that thing I did to you, or that thing you said it was true, I was wrong. I don't know, because right now this thing it looks like with the way you are telling me FIDA is acting, and the other people are even the church. It looks like something that can go on and on and on and on and on and on and on. Maybe you're the one who God will use to be the voice of reason. Say, okay, you know what? Let's just bring everybody together. I don't know. Well, what do you think about that? Maybe you're the one that God is going to use to say, you know what? Let's just, bring the whole family together. Let's stay in one place.
Kofi.
Because I feel your pain, my brother. I feel your pain. Go on, please. I'm listening to you.
I think I have tried so many. I've made so many moves,
Mm-hmm.
tests,
Mm-hmm.
but the feeder people are not helping issues.
Mm.
When I said I want to give them money, but please, I now ask them one question.
Mm-hmm.
I said she reported me to your place, to your office. They said yes.
Mm-hmm.
Now, have you seen the children in question? They said no. So how can we go on with this issue? Tell her to come with this, because in fact I have to pretend. I said I have feelings that these children are no longer there. So tell her to come with these children. But the next thing they will tell me is that, in fact, I don't even have any right to see these children now because there's an issue on ground.
Okay.
Because there's an issue on ground, so I cannot see my children.
Okay. So it's really sad though. Really sad. I mean, why would they say you can't see your children, your own children? No, my brother. I think the easiest conclusion to this matter, for the sake of, sometimes when women do some things, you just say, for the sake of peace, let me just allow this thing slide under the bridge. You understand? And that's why men, we are strong, because we are able to take some things. Even if it's not our fault, we just take the blame. You understand? What if you just say, you know what, madam, you say your own is you want to stay in Port Harcourt. Okay, come and stay in my house. Let's just move on. Can you do that?
Okay.
I'm with you, sir.
I have seen so many things. If this woman stays in my house, at the end of it, one day, God forbid, it will be a very sad news.
It'll be a sad news.
Yes, it will be a sad news. Because what she's already exposed to something that I don't want it to be as if I'm accusing her, but I've seen it that she's already exposed to something.
Exposed to what?
Good. She's already exposed to life. That even if I decide that, woman, come back, come and stay, seriously, I will have a serious problem. If I decide this night to call her that, woman, I'm coming to wherever you are to pick you and to stay in my place, in my house, I'm not safe. Because for a woman to just decide just like that I don't want this marriage again, before her parents, if her dad has to ask her, are you sure of what you are telling me? She said yes, that she's no longer interested in this marriage.
Okay. You know what we'll do? I'd like you to inbox me. All right.
Okay.
Send me a message to my Facebook inbox. Let's have a private chat.
Okay.
Let's have a private
chat. What's your Facebook?
Where were you watching me on?
Okay, sorry. On your Facebook. On Facebook.
Just send me a message. I'll look out for it. Send it now so I can just establish communication with you, and then I'll talk. Yeah, I wish you the very. I hope that things can work out for you and your family. Really, I feel.
Thank you very much.
Personally, concerned. That's why I had. Thank you, my brother. God bless you. God bless you. God bless you. Sorry, I had to take a detour. I mean, it's not right to have done that, but. Sometimes, especially as far as this social media, sometimes we can just do it and forget about it. Sometimes you just do it. Usually I'm not supposed to do that, but sometimes you do it. Anyway, the man called to talk about child abuse, but he was using his own example, own situation, as a way of trying to give his reasons why children are exposed to domestic abuse, and he uses kids as an example as well. Comrade Godwin Accra, which is it Accra or Accra, says, Kofi, good evening. The case of child abuse in the world, especially in Africa, which Nigeria is part of, is something that is occurring on a daily basis, because in Nigeria leaders don't show concern about child abuse. The problem we have is value system where I'm going to come back. I think there's a call coming through. Let's see who this is. Hello, good evening. Who is your name? Where are you calling from, please? Hello, good evening. Late night talk. What's your name? Where you calling from?
Lagos Senior Mambana, President General Ogoni Youth Federation.
Wow, Legbosi, long time. How are you doing?
Very well.
Legbosi,
God bless
I'm live on air. Is this a private call or you want to contribute to what we're talking about, please?
you. Of course, it's all a private call, but can I know the subject matter so that we can flow? Because I am a public analyst, and anything that concerns the public touches on me.
Okay. We'll talk when I'm done. But this is a case of child abuse in Port Harcourt, where an auntie beat a 9-year-old child till blood was coming from her mouth, and we're told that they give her beating for breakfast, lunch, and dinner. And I'm asking, those who are watching, what do they think is responsible for, the frequent cases of child abuse in our society, and what do we need to ensure that it comes to an end?
Would you want me to comment, or you want us to talk when you're done?
Well, we can talk I think we should talk when we're done, Nebosi.
Okay, can I go ahead?
Okay, feel free. If you want to comment on this thing I've raised, then feel free.
On the issue of child abuse, as it has to do with rape, I am very saddened by that narrative. And what we can do to curtail it is simple. There should be a stringent legal platform and legislature that will propose and postulate capital punishments for whoever, it doesn't matter whose ours is gone, that indulges or engages in child abuse, because it's becoming one of too many. Okay. How do we get to this crossroad? That's one. I want to take it vice versa, because the girl child too, from the parental perspective, the parents should be able to, let their child understand public decorum.
Okay.
Because some of these things, some of the way, this our younger girls and even older ones behave, it's alarming. From their dressing and all of that, it's provocative. Their parental guidance should be imbibed.
Okay, so we would like to thank you. I will call you back when I'm done. But you were saying that there needs to be stringent measures, punishment, and you talked about capital punishment, which is something that I'm sure that people will agree with. Legbosi, thank you for your time, and let's talk when we're done.
Okay, Kofi, God bless you.
Right. Thank you very much. Okay, we have to go. I think we've crossed the 1 hour mark. I'm just going to read the comments and then we say our goodbyes. It's been an interesting week. Yesterday was a bit not too exciting. Today it's a bit quiet, but don't worry, we'll pick up. Let me read Comrade Gordon Accra's message. It says the case of child abuse in the world, especially in Africa, which Nigeria is a part of, is something that is occurring on a daily basis, or occurs on a daily basis. And because in Nigeria our leaders don't show concern about child abuse, the problem we have is a value system where we believe since the child is not their biological child, such a child doesn't deserve adequate care. Oh, okay. So they believe that since the child is not their biological child, the child does not deserve equal care. So we treat children that are not our biological children who stay with us differently. So it is high time the government begins to punish offenders with at least life imprisonment. Okay, what about banning such things where, I don't know. But I agree with you, and it's a very important point you've made, my brother, that people who have other people's children stay with them. Do not treat those children as they treat their own children. They treat them as, house helps, as slaves. You see, we in Africa, we cry, slavery, but we enslave ourselves. Some of the people we have as nephews, nieces, family people to come and stay with us, to help us, we enslave them. We make them do menial jobs. We make them do chores. Some of the chores are beyond their age, but they do them. We send them on the streets, but we don't do that to our kids. So that is a modern form of the slave. You see, we Africans, we were enslaving ourselves before the white man came and started enslaving us. In fact, I think we're the ones who taught the white man what slavery was. Check it out. We were enslaving ourselves before the white man came to Africa. We had all those ancient empires, Ghana Empire, Songa Empire, Mali Empire. They were enslaved. That's why if you go to some parts of, Mali, Guinea, those places, Senegal, the northern part, you would see that this culture of slavery, some places is still on. So slavery, I think, was even originally an African thing. And that's why we had slave masters who were able to help the white man get slaves and sold those slaves to the white man. The white man, I think, initially or at some point, was paying black Africans for slaves. Nalai was playing, so when we point at them, we should also point at ourselves in a way. I'm not saying that it justifies what the white man did, but we also have our own here that we do. So when we take someone's child from the village and bring them to the city, and then we don't treat them well, we're enslaving them. It's slavery, modern day slavery. And then we'll be crying Black Lives Matter. Black Lives Matter when it's white versus black. But when it's black versus black, doesn't Black Lives Matter as well? Or don't Black Lives Matter too? Yeah. What's happening to my English? The Icon Studio says, good evening, Kofi. I think it's high time we go on a hashtag to say no to child abuse, molestation. This is wickedness. I believe, my brother. But some of the people who are going to go on the hashtag campaign are the same ones who buy plantain from underage children on the street in an environment in a country where we say we don't want child labor. We're the same ones who buy bread from children on the street. We're the same ones who have these kids in our homes. How many videos have we seen about of people, parents or adults beating children who are not their kids? And one thing is, I realize that most of them are women. I'm sorry. I'm not trying to start a sex war here, a battle of the sexes here. And most of those we see, it's just an observation. Nalai? No, sir. Nalai? No, sir. Most of those we see abusing and maltreating kids on social media. Like that one who carried one, they were about to enter the car. Or I think this girl that was like their help, still girl, same age of the child, closed the door and the door hit the kid's hand. And, closed the door on the kid's hand. So the auntie was angry and carried that girl and threw her on the ground like a sack of gari. Bwah! And someone filmed it. I remember that one. Is it the other one? Somewhere near, just in Boba or is it, I don't know where. Is it Obogoro or somewhere? Where they tied the two kids together. They were completely naked. I talked about that story on radio and the authorities went and checked it out. And they tied the kids together and then they poured pepper on their body, rubbed them with pepper and then flogged them. Naked, beautiful kids. I'm not saying women are bad. Neither am I saying men are bad. I'm just saying that from my observation, a lot of the domestic violence cases or child abuse cases we're seeing women beating kids. I'm not saying it's only women because I've handled one of a man who fed his daughter feces. What happened, and we talked about it on Nigerian for Morning Crossfire. What happened was that the child, they stay in Bacha. And the child went and she pooed just by the door. And the father was angry. The father beat her, put her on the ground, and started feeding her the feces. Another thing I've noticed from the child abuse cases I've seen in Port Harcourt, a lot of them come from very, very poor homes in Bacha. We need to have this Bacha. We need to have some Bacha outreach in Port Harcourt. You go to how these Bacha colonies. A lot of child abuse goes on there. That's why you see Bacha kids here hardened. But anyway. So those who are going to go embark on this hashtag that you're talking about, are they not the ones, part of them also are the ones who have these people at home and they don't treat them well? But I agree with you, we need to do something like hashtag to talk about this and even protest, Eukaria, thank you, the Icon Studio. Nice hearing from you. Eukaria, Uchelma Woke says, let it be a crime against the state. That's an interesting way to put it. Let it be a crime against the state. So as to stop all this settlement outside court, or let the court have jungle justice on any one court or in court, I think. Okay. So it should be a criminal act, a crime against the state. All right. We'll follow up on this story because from what we're told, the auntie is still not at home, which means she's probably still in detention. But we don't advocate for jungle justice, by the way. But I understand where you're coming from, my dear. Eukaria, thank you. Eukaria. Michael Uzoma Felix Michael says, good evening, please. Can you please give light on NPA portal reopening or fresh enrollment? Though it's not part of the discussion tonight, I think best to address such concerns to NPA. I'm sure they have a feedback mechanism. I don't know anything about NPA. I never have looked at it, and I don't think I will be able to give accurate information on that. But if you go on their website, they probably will have, feedback lines, even email addresses, a contact that you can reach there. Maybe one can try that. I don't know. Or if you want the information, maybe I think they have a Twitter account that you can check to see the latest. So nobody will trick you, please. Be careful so no one tricks you. Thank you. Moses Lee Emmanuel says, I just talked to you now about my wife. Oh, okay. Moses. Okay, we'll talk some more, my brother. Okay, we'll talk some more. Nice to hear from you. I'll message you. AB George Akpangolo says parents should know who they release their children to, and if possible, give better kids they can cater for. You see, this argument of, thank you, AB. I agree with you. Your parents need to be aware of who they're giving the kids to, and also need to be responsible family planning. But should that be an excuse? Because whether you like it or not, we're going to have parents giving birth. Some people give birth to only one child, and that only child they have, they send that one child to the city, because that's probably the best chance a child has of going to school. So some cases it's not because they gave birth to so many children they couldn't take it. Sometimes it's just one they have. And is that an excuse for someone to just go maltreat the children like that? I don't think so. So I agree parents should be responsible, but that notwithstanding, it's not an excuse for anyone to beat somebody's child, Thank you very much, AB. We're done. We spent how many minutes have we spent so far? 1 hour 15 minutes already. So we have to say goodbye to all of you. I think I'll just play one advert here, and then we'll call it a day. All right. Next week probably should be explosive. We'll take this to another level. We're going to be doing a lot more on this program as long as I'm around and I have the time to do this. Work does not take me away. I will do our very best to bring this to you in a better way. Do more than we're doing right now. Okay, so let's just play this commercial and I'll be back on the other side. It's still Late Night Talk, and my name is Kofi Bartels.
We have breaking news coming in at this hour. Boeing Luxury Estates has paid out 5 million naira to investors in its Boeing luxury apartments, despite the pandemic. In a time when various sectors of the economy are failing, business analysts say the real estate sector presents a viable investment platform. We have breaking news coming in at this hour. Boeing Luxury Estates has paid out 5 million naira to investors in its Boeing luxury apartments, despite the pandemic. In a time when various sectors of the economy are failing, business analysts say the real estate sector presents a viable investment platform. According to reports reaching us, Boeing Luxury Estates is offering fantastic returns for investment in Boeing luxury apartments. With as low as 2 million naira, you can earn annual returns of 800,000 naira as an investor in Boeing luxury apartments for the next 50 years without lifting a finger. Now, when you do the math, it makes so much economic sense. What are you waiting for? Guess what? I'm off to invest in Boeing luxury apartments.
All right, so today is Friday, tomorrow is Saturday. Thank you very much for staying with me all through the week. It's not easy to do this Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday, Thursday, Friday, every single day to come your way like this. But we're doing our best. We're trying, and I'm sure this looks nice. It looks better than it was when we started, and it's going to keep growing. I love to see growth. I love to see advancement. I love to see improvement. And I'm focused on what I'm doing, really not looking around, see what others are doing. Just keep doing my thing. So support me, share every post that I put up, invite your friends to watch, like my page, follow the page. If you're on YouTube, subscribe. If you're on Twitter, follow me. If you're on Facebook, like me and follow as well. Hit the notification bell or button so that each time I go on live, you get notified. And have a fantastic weekend. My name is Kofi Bartels. Monday will be action-packed. As long as my time allows me, work allows me, I will be doing this. And we'll do some more next week. God bless you. Goodbye.